Welcome back to this Rift Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us as always is Seraphis, our lovely little high elf mage, and of course the nipple-wielding Tallahassee, dual-wielding nipple-wielding Tallahassee, I might add. How are you this evening, my friend?
I'm good. I'm getting used to not having like open mic on again.
Ah, okay. So are we going to get lots of uncomfortable silences, more than normal?
Yeah, but you're used to having uncomfortable silences.
Oh, ow! Oh, the burn! Oh dear, isn't he nasty, folks? And by the way, welcome.
It's like your love life.
Welcome to this episode to you guys at home as well. Nice of you to join us here in the Dust Bowl. In fact, we were talking about this zone in guild chat just before, Tallahassee. What did the guildies call it again? Red something?
The red hell pit.
The red hell pit, that's the one, Alright, so you can see here, folks, we're going to get right into it. We've got Endless Court Wizards here, and you can see as I hover over them, kill Endless Court Wizards 0 out of 6. We're already here, this is our target, and if we have a look on the map, you can see we're going to be heading southwards as well, so right into it. Now, of course, we do know that this zone has a horrible reputation, but I'm yet to see it, because you know what, it's funny, I'm actually enjoying this zone so far, because I kind of feel like I'm in a western or something. Oh, and something offers a quest. What's this? The Papyrus of the Necrophagist. Oh, good lord. Alright, what's this? Deliver the Papyrus of the Necrophagist to Greg Arnix at Crimson Watch. Yeah, I think we can do that. Yeah, so I'm feeling like I'm in a...
It seems a bit hard.
Oh, it does seem a bit hard, doesn't it? I don't know, I'm yet to see what's so horrible about this zone. I mean, look, maybe 10 episodes down the track I'll share those feelings, but honestly, it doesn't look so bad so far. Oh, and we got to get these lost souls as well. Yeah, because it's kind of... Do you know what else it reminds me of? Is a TV series which I don't think you've actually watched, Tallahassee, which, by the way, is a crying shame. You haven't watched Firefly, have you? Or have you? I can't remember.
I have Firefly on DVD.
Oh, okay, so I got that one slightly wrong then. So don't you reckon that this sort of scenery, because of course Firefly is basically like cowboys in space if you ask me, and of course they always seem to land on planets that have like a western theme. I reckon that this, if you ever had a Serenity or Firefly MMO, that this would be a perfect world for it.
Which would be fucking awesome, by the way.
Wouldn't it? I would love that. I've been wanting that for years, because I reckon the whole premise of the show really lends itself to an MMO. But that's, you know, there have been the same things said about some MMOs, and they've turned out absolutely god awful. Of course, actually, you know what? Funny. Speaking of god-awful MMOs, Star Trek Online, you and I were talking about that very recently, because we were talking about the fact that it's gone, or is going to go free-to-play, is that right?
It is going free-to-play sort of toward the end of the year.
Right, okay. Now,
it's going to be horrible.
Well, it is, isn't it? I mean, I actually bought the thing, and played it for a few months, and then ran away screaming. You played it in the beta, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, in the beta. It was terrible then.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. The thing I don't like about it the most is that it just didn't feel like you were sort of driving your ship or flying your ship around in space. It was like you were flying it around in some box. It was the most bizarre thing I'd ever come across. It was just weird. Will that thing respawn, by the way? Shall I wait here?
Yeah, clear a path.
There was some parchment on the deck there, but
yeah, what I didn't like about that game was if you zoned into an area with, let's say, 2 or 3 other people,
yeah,
the game would try to increase the hardness for you.
Oh, that's right. It would turn the difficulty
did it to unreasonable level.
Yeah, yep. Oh, hey, hang on. I need to need on that, because wow, that's really nice.
Go for it, bro.
Thank you. That is way better than what I've got. Nice one. Look at that. Woo! Congratulations, Seraphis. Yay. Yeah, that game was just awful. And I think you once told me about some instance that you went into. You zoned in there with a whole bunch of other people, and it was just ridiculous. Like there were just so many mobs that it wasn't funny.
Because we didn't know about like the
the dynamic
increasing hardness, like
dynamic difficulty.
the dynamic hardness.
Yep.
Yeah, and we got destroyed. Like we just zoned in, and 30 seconds later we were all dead, and we're all going, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah. Yep. I remember scenarios like that happening as well. Or it was really buggy where you'd zone in and you'd have to do something. You'd have to wait for a particular type of ship to turn up or something like that. And there'd be like about 20 of us hovering around, and after about half an hour we'd go, oh, stuff this, and we'd just zone out again because the thing that you needed just wouldn't show up. It was so buggy and horrible. But anyway, the interesting thing is, by the way, I mean, look, none of us like coming down hard on games, but you know, let's be honest, that was absolutely a rush job, if you ask me. No offense to any of you guys at home watching right now who are STO fans. That's okay. I mean, we all play games that you know, we enjoy for our own reasons.
Fans of that game?
So, well, I think there are. I don't know. Are there any people left playing? I'm not sure. But the point is, what I noticed in the news today that what was his name? I think his name is Daniel Stahl. Now, this guy is the current producer for Star Trek Online, and he took over Craig Zinkovich. Now, Craig Zinkovich was the original producer, but he ran away screaming for whatever reason and left the game.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, well, yeah. And this guy, Daniel Stahl, or David Stahl, I can't remember his name now, took over. Today, he actually just announced that he's very, very quickly did a really short post on the forums and said, thanks very much, everyone, and I'm out of here, goodbye. So he's run away as well. I'm not sure why, to be honest, but that's not good.
Super game, that one.
Yeah, well, doesn't spell out great things for the game. And of course, the other thing that happened to the game was that I think it got purchased by, or it's being published by Perfect World Entertainment, I believe now, and because Atari dropped it like a hot rock. And so Perfect World took it up, and of course, Perfect World are, well, I know them best as a Korean MMO company that produces grindfests, basically. So don't know what they're going to do with the game, but oh dear,
perfect game for you then.
Well, I think it's on its way out, to be honest. It's not good. And of course, now speaking of free to play. Of course, we had some major news this week as of the time of this filming. What's all these good drops dropping? Oh, actually, that one's not as good as what I've got. That's okay. And that is, of course, as you guys know, about DCUO. Now, we all know that we've got a competition.
Not attack the ghost.
Oops, too late. Sorry about that. We all know that we've got a competition running that Tallahassee has very gratefully, of course, put up a collector's edition copy of this game here, Rift, as a prize for the best reason as to why he should return to DCUO. Now, we made that competition, of course, before the game went free to play, which it did a couple of days ago, like I say, as of this filming. By the way, I have to head back here and pick up something. I don't know, it must be something for a quest over there. So, of course...
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, this is an interesting thing because, you know, in one way of looking at it, there's no reason for Tallahassee not to come back and play because it's free, but that's not actually a good enough reason. What we're looking for is, you know, why should he return in terms of the actual game merits themselves. So not just because it's free to play, because anyone can play it. Of course, that's going to happen at the end of October, by the way. But we still want to know exactly why you think he should, again, based on the merits of the game, not just because it's gone free to play. Would that be a fair enough assumption there, Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Oops. And by the way, why are these ghosts turning friendly? Should I have read the quest text?
Which ghosts?
I don't know, the spirits or something. They turn friendly when we attack them. That's a bit weird.
Are you sure about that? Because you're meant to be trying to trap them, not kill them.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so I've obviously got to Right, okay. I have not been doing that. So what is it? The Lost Souls. Alright, let's give this a go. Ensnaring anima. What have you done to me? Gather the soul. Oh, there we go. Okay, I've not been doing that. That would be why. So I've only got 1 out of 5. Can you believe it? What an idiot. So I guess it pays to read quest text. Whoops.
Yes, it does. See what I have to put up with, folks.
Oh, listen to him. Listen to him. There we go. Right, it was a letter that I needed to collect. Right, okay. Now, what's this?
Got to get a letter to you.
What's the story behind these guys? Like, why are we actually attacking them? And why do they look like... They look like Mexican bandits, to be honest.
Isn't that a good enough reason?
Well, yeah, I suppose. If we're going to be in the Wild West, there's got to be some Mexicans running around, and they need to die, I guess. Good storyline of any good Western, I suppose. Although I'm half expecting some Indians to sort of pop out as well. I presume there are no Indians in this zone.
Is it? No.
That would be silly. Right, now, how do we make this... See...
There's an item that appears in your quest log up in the top left-hand corner.
Yep.
Sorry, top right-hand corner of your screen. It's like a green...
Yeah, although it wants me to use... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Then you use it on them.
Oh. Well, that was weird because this spell can pacify angry spirits. Oh, I see. It's an actual... Ah, it's an area of effect. So I was actually trying to click on him. So, duh. Right, hang on. Let me try this again. Gosh, I've been having trouble with the quest mechanics in this episode, haven't I? All right, here we go. Let's see if we can pacify that. No, it didn't work. No. All right, let's try again.
You need to put it on them. There we
there we are. Ensnaring anima and gather the lost soul. Alright, finally we understand. Woo, alright, that's a big 2 out of 5 now, Teller. Look at him clapping away. 2 out of 5. Woo, I'm making big progress here. This zone, I still think this zone looks fantastic. I mean, the sky looks great. It looks really sort of open and enormous. I'm still struggling to see why people don't like it, to be honest. Maybe it's because
there's nothing to do here.
Well, I mean, we're doing heaps of stuff, lots of questing to do. Or do you mean nothing to do outside of the bog standard quests, perhaps? Is that what you mean?
Oh, it's not just that. There's really not that many quests here before they feed you off to another zone.
Oh, I see. And I suppose I'm not seeing it yet because we've only just zoned in the last couple of episodes, I suppose. You're saying that once we start getting down a bit further, I'll start noticing that things are getting a bit barren?
Yeah, and you really get driven to an end quest and then driven straight out.
Wow. So they don't want you hanging around in here for too long, obviously.
Nope.
Wonder why that is. I wonder if it was one of the last zones to be developed or something. Just got one more of these to grab, by the way, because it certainly looks the part. There's no doubt about that. It's a shame. Maybe they just never fleshed it out with content because they ran out of time or something. Who knows?
I don't know, I mean, there's like lots of pretty stuff around. Like you have a look at the windmills,
yeah,
and stuff like that. They're actually quite nice, and the different waterfalls and stuff. So
yeah, and the rock formations. I mean, it all looks pretty.
So, there's lots of stuff around here to like. It's just
there's nothing to do.
A bit boring and dull.
Oh.
And it's very brown.
It is very reddish brown. By the way, now is there a reason why we're not heading south to get these Endless Court Undead? We're going to hand in first, or no?
No, let's get them.
All right, sounds good. Hi ho! I'm going to pretend.
I'm all for the killing.
All for the killing, he says. Now, speaking of all for the killing, you can see, folks, that we're both level 30 now, by the way. What level, Tallahassee, do we get a new horse? Because presumably we do get a new horse.
40.
I was at 40. Okay, so it's obviously taking...
you got slowed.
I did. You horrible rotter.
Yeah, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, actually, neither will I. I'm just going to carry on. There we go. That finished quickly. Endless Court Wizard. Oh, it's actually an Endless Court Wizard anyway. Could have killed it for the quest. Oh, well, never mind.
Haven't you finished that?
Oh, I have to. What I want is Endless Court Undead now. My bad, my bad. Do you know what this does remind me of, actually? It's another game that you and I played, and that is Borderlands. This kind of reminds me of some of the scenery in Borderlands, you know?
Yeah, we still need to finish that, by the way.
Yeah, what did we do? We did all the DLC, I think, didn't we, for Dr. Z?
We only did, yeah, we only did Dr. Z. Who's totally not Dr. Ned.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, folks, if you haven't seen that playthrough, there's a playlist on my channel for the Borderlands misadventures, and you can see Tallahassee and I making all sorts of trouble in Borderlands. Go and have a look at that. It was lots of fun romping through that DLC content. That was just the right length as well, by the way. It wasn't too much, wasn't too little. It was just perfect. And in fact, we've got more DLC, haven't we, that we can play from that game. Maybe that's something that folks want to see, perhaps. Here we go, Endless Court Blade Master.
Yeah, there is
Undead.
heaps.
Yeah, what were the other... Wasn't there a Claptrap DLC pack?
There was a Claptrap one.
Yep, Moxie.
Moxie.
And some other one as well that I can't remember. So there's at least 2 or 3 more. That was definitely good fun, that game.
Yeah, I really liked it. I was sort of annoyed when we didn't finish it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something we can go back to.
Because I'm a completionist.
Yeah, but back on topic with Rift. Now, how are you going with your level 50 character, and how's the guild going with their shenanigans and their instance running, by the way? Or have you been tied up at work, still very busy?
I honestly haven't had a chance to look. I've been just way too busy.
Ah, with work.
Which is annoying.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
More work means less time for a Rift, of course. Now, one thing I noticed when we logged in today was amazing, actually, is that there was no patch. I mean, that's actually unusual, if you ask me. There's always normally a patch.
Yeah, it's the first time in a while that there hasn't been a patch.
I know. Amazing. Mind you, of course, folks, that's not saying that we think it needs it in any way, shape or form. Certainly been near endless amounts of content that have poured into the game since launch. And of course, we recently had our 6-month anniversary of the launch of Rift. So before we know it, it'll be the first year anniversary. Do you know if there's any talk of any new zones or anything like that? Or in fact, that was the question that I wanted to ask. And in fact, a couple of our viewers have wanted to ask as well. And you'd be the right person, Tallahassee. Looking at our map, if we zoom right out, we can see a set amount of areas. That's obviously it for the game. There's no other continents that we don't know about, I presume.
No idea. There possibly could be.
Okay, so you're not sure either.
I know they're going to be opening up different zones.
Oh.
But at the moment, there are some zones that you can't get to.
Oh, really? What? Some of the zones that are actually here on the map?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're going to be opening them up.
Okay, did not know that. So you mean like, I mean, I was going to use examples, but literally that are here, like Moonshade Highlands or Stillmore or Droughtlands or something like that. You're saying that some of those are actually inaccessible at the moment.
Yeah, some of them you can't get to. I don't know which particular zones, or there just isn't anything there.
I didn't know that. I thought that was for a later.
I think that's planned for 1.5.
Wow. Okay. I honestly thought that would all be full of contents. That's interesting. So
no, some areas just don't have anything in them.
Alright, so in terms of progression, whoa, okay, we're getting swarmed here, by the way. Let's actually focus, folks, and give Tallahassee a couple of heals. And in fact, we need to make sure that he's got synthesis on him as well. I'm not sure that he actually had for that entire time, but of course, no time like the present. There we go, you can see all that lovely green streaming off everybody there. And of course, that's our heals pouring off, proccing from the synthesis and the lifebound veil, or rather, life-giving veil. No, lifebound veil, that's the one. So if we were to look at the map, where are we next in terms of progression? Because we're in Scarlet Gorge. Do we go to Iron Pine Peak next, I believe?
No, that's a level 40 zone. We go to Scarlet Reach.
Okay, so Scarlet Reach and then Iron Pine Peak. And does that actually take you through till level 50 by chance?
It gets you most of the way there.
Alright.
We'll
Is
probably
there a
need
zone?
to go to Shimmer Sands or to Stillmore.
Okay, there's Stillmore and there's Shimmer Sand down there. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's still a fair chunk of the map that's actually being used though. Like, you still get to see quite a big number of zones.
It is.
Alright, that's okay. Oh, you know what? I just saw somebody pop up on Steam, one of our guildies, except they weren't in Rift. That's interesting. Good old Jedi
Who
Wolf.
was it?
Jedi Wolf Destiny there, and by the way, a big hello to you, who of course plays Isabella here in Rift, who's featured in a couple of our Let's Plays
Let
here.
me guess, DCUO?
He's playing DC Universe Online. Oh dear. What?
Suck, Isabella.
What does Tallahassee have to say about that? That's exactly what he has to say about it. There you go. Dear me. No, I must say he was saying he was very keen to go back and check it out once it went free to play. So I guess if you've had a break from it, it is quite different now with the light powers, mind you. That's something you will have to come back and at least check out once it goes to free to play, I think, is at least make a light character so you can, you know, be part of the Green Lanterns or whatever. It's quite fun.
Thing is, I fucking hate Green Lantern.
Oh, well, that's not going to work then.
They're like the cops of the universe, but they don't actually patrol or do anything useful.
And of course, this is coming from the man, let's not forget, who has gone off the paper crack completely. Are you still clean? Have you succumbed to buying any comics recently?
I'm still clean.
Oh, he's still clean. Good lad.
It's been 6 months since my last comic book.
Says Tallahassee as he stands up and introduces himself at the weekly meeting. Something like that. Now, hang on a minute. Are we done? Yes, we are. All right, now we can head back, I think. Once we've... You just like killing these guys, don't you? Quest or no quest? Yeah, I like me some killing, he says.
I can't help it. I'm a violent person. It's what society's made me.
Oh, I see. So there you go. You're blaming society. You're a product of society, you reckon?
Blame it on Facebook and, you know, modern warfare and
yeah, and don't forget
yada yada.
Yeah, My Little Pony, stuff like that. Terrible stuff like that.
Yeah, just all these violent video games and stuff. It's just terrible.
We know, don't we? We know scientifically proven facts that video games cause psychopathic behaviour and that every single murder or act of violence in history is cause of video games. That's exactly the way it is. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sounding like Fox News. Silly me.
No, Fox News want you to buy video games. That way they have something to complain about.
There's something to complain about, that's right. I'm so glad we don't have anything like Fox. Well, actually, you know what? I can't say that because I watch about 10 minutes of television a week.
We have something worse. It's called ABC News.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Is this going to be... Do we need to dedicate an episode like we did to Furious George to ABC, the ABCs of ABC? I'm gathering you're not a fan.
No, I just... Look, I enjoy some things on the ABC, namely Hex.
Yeah. Oh, Hex. Hello, Hex. That's right, Hexington, of course, from Good Game. Hex and Barger.
Yeah, I quite like those two.
Yeah.
The rest of the ABC, I think, can go to buggery. I don't know why we're... Look, let's put it like this. I'm not a big fan of lawn bowls, but my dad is. Because he likes to play bocce. Just so people know, I'm a wog. I can say that I'm a wog because I am one.
Alright.
So, you know, he likes to watch the lawn bowls.
Yeah.
ABC are pulling the lawn bowls because it's not rating high enough.
What?
Their chart is... Yeah, they're pulling lawn bowls. It's a fucking travesty.
But that's
You know,
ridiculous.
it's not meant to be.
No.
You know, the ABC is not meant to be about ratings. It's meant to be about.
It's meant to be
You know,
about...
providing content.
I agree totally. Oh, what's going on here? Mordant. What the heck? Who's Mordant?
This dude's mordant.
Yeah. And we're going to be putting more dents in him. Oh, I'm so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just ignore that one.
Alright, so he was an invader. Let's hand in these quests.
Good to see
What do we got here? We got ourselves a warded belt. And, oh, that's actually better than what I've got as well. So we will absolutely pop that one on. And let's see if we can rune break this other one. Yes, we can. Jolly good. Can I... Where's the vendor? Is the vendor being killed? There was a general goods vendor here. Don't know what happened to them.
We make good business deals, yes?
Probably
Until
dead.
next time.
Yep. Oh, here they are. Yep, they've just respawned
Your
back now.
coin
There we
is
go.
always welcome.
Now, what do we have here? The staff. And that wasn't quite as good. So let's see if we can rune break that one. No, so I'll just sell it. That's our old wardrobe there. Our old robe. And we can rune break that one. There we go. Alright, so to wrap up this episode, 2 minutes left, let's do a hand-in. That was a jolly good round, all ending in the same place, by the way. I like when that happens, at least. That's, again, we often say this about Trion and about Rift, that their quests are generally speaking really well laid out, and they don't have you kind of running back and forth across 10 different zones on silly quests.
Are you here to
Alright, what do we got here? We've got ourselves...
I'm looking at you, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, wow. Listen to him. You know what? I think we could do a Furious George style episode on a number of topics, don't you? I think we could do one on ABC, we could do one on WoW, we could do one on DCUO. There's probably a number of things. Hang on, what do I want? We got a water wand.
Yeah, I'm an angry bastard. I could go off on anything.
An angry man, he says. Alright, this one here, intelligence plus 9. Yeah, that's looking good. What do you reckon I want more of? Intelligence or wisdom?
You definitely intelligence.
Alright, in that case I'm going to get a new rod here, swap it out with the one I've currently got because it's actually got
Doom Rod.
Doom Rod, because it's got more wisdom on it. Yeah, so intelligence 9, wisdom plus 5 versus what I have, which is intelligence 6, wisdom 8. So swap that out, let's see if we can rune break it. No, it requires rune crafter 76. Okay, she's got another quest for us. Purify the lost anima in the soul crucible and speak with the pacified spirit. And here we are, Greg Armex. Going to hand in a couple here. We've got the darkest magic. You're becoming a powerful instrument of justice, Seraphis. That's right, I am. So we'll hand that one in, get ourselves a bunch of XP. You can see we're already 52% of the way through level 30, which is great. Another finishing one here, and we are done. So out of all that, we got ourselves some loots as well, some planerite and some dragon tear. So that's jolly good. And just up here is a hand in. Look, I know we're running out of time. Can we just hand this one? Have you got this one as well, mate? Must have, I'd say.
It's the 30-second handed one.
Yeah. Purify the lost anima. Now what do we have to do? Speak with the pacified spirit. Where's the pacified spirit?
Did you click on the thing?
Yep. Twice now.
There we go.
Oh.
Starting to do it. It's the localized bubble bar.
Here we go. Pacified spirit. Hello. They stacked our bodies like cords of wood, father on top of mother, on top of son. Who will clean these rotting piles of flesh? That's it.
Oh, not me.
No, not me, thanks very much either. Well, that was very fast.
Seriously, bag's not it.
No, that's a bit gross. Actually, let's quickly check our mail as well, just in case anything's come in. And no, nothing there. Alright, final hand in for our episode here as we run around the Dust Bowl. Oh! And more quests. Ring the soul chime over body piles. Oh, okay, so that's how we're going to clean those up. And good old Greg Armex here's got another one for us. Kill enslaved corpse. So if we take a look at the map and see where we'll be heading next time, back down south again as we slowly slip further and further down into this red dust bowl of a zone. So there you go, folks. Thank you very much for joining us in this episode. Where'd Tallahassee go? There he is. trying to chat up the general goods vendor. That'd be right, just like real life. Anyhow, we certainly look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Do you know what this actually also reminds me of is Dust. You know Dust from Counter-Strike? Oh, I reckon anyway.
Really?
Do you know, is it Dust or... Oh, is it Dust Bowl? One of them where you've got... Like, it's outside and it's kind of... You're running around in sort of Dust Bowl areas like this. You've got 2 bases... Oh, was it called Dust Bowl? I'm talking about Team Fortress Classic, by the way, which I was a big fan of. But all sorts of games, I've just realised, use this sort of scenario as a backdrop, don't they? It's amazing. Half-Life 2, you think about that, out at Black Mesa there, once you get outside, it looked like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So
this is slightly more detailed than Half-Life.
Yeah, actually, you know what's funny? Half-Life 1, I went back and had a look at that because I had such fond memories of that game. And if you go back and look at it now, when you first crank it up, it's like, oh dear. Like, it really, really looks quite bad. But of course, that's not what it's about. It's such a great game to play through anyway. Anyhow, enough about old game nostalgia. That's it from us on behalf of myself, Sambo, Seraphis, and of course, the wonderful dual-wielding and nipple-bearing Tallahassee. It's us saying take care. Certainly hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Until then, bye-bye.